What you can see on this sheet are two navigational elements, on the top and on the left side. To ease up navigation and give an app-like feeling, here we are in ClickSense for filtering and different actions. Further, you can see a standardized P&L statement following the International Business Communication Standards, with the possibilities to collaborate on different topics and materialize insights as inline comments. On the right side, you can see a top-line collaboration channel capable of real-time insight generation. Now I've introduced Charlotte, CFO. Guess what? She just got promoted. Let's check out why. Charlotte introduced KPI Chat to her organization to speed up data collaboration and make decisions more transparent. This helps her in her everyday life, as well as the overall organization keeping relevant information directly with results and bound to the data. At Fancy Food Inc., they are at the moment in the process of finalizing the monthly reporting for November. As Charlotte only wants to take a look at the actual and forecast, she excludes the previous year information by one click to get to focus solely on her topic. Charlotte is checking the top-line P&L statement for different regions today. First stop is Austria. Now, we know Arnold Analyst is responsible for that, so let's see what he has to say. The first question that arises to Charlotte is the data really up to date? Because she doesn't want to work on old data. Now, with KPI Chat, you can integrate those possibilities within the BI system or from outside the BI system. And Arnold Analyst tells her from anywhere, the actual forecast is up to date. Great, thank you, Arnold, for that. The first thing that jumps to her eye is the contribution margin, which is 55K down compared to the forecast, resulting from rising COGS and sales commission. So she starts investigating the two cases to prepare for the boardroom meeting end of the next week, starting to ask a question on sales commission in an inline collaboration channel. And thank you again, Arnold Analyst. Now, as she waits for the answer, she thinks about KPI Chat and how easy it was to integrate it. A new question pops up that she can access by clicking right onto it, reading that the top performer just closed a huge deal, but the revenues will just start flowing in December. That's where the gap results in. She starts materializing this insight to make the report better readable and give data literacy a chance to bring Fancy Food success. Now, the next question is, why are the COGS so high compared to the forecast? Again, she asks Arnold Analyst, what's the problem here? And Arnold Analyst is looking at the data, responding in real time. Again, she can jump to that directly on an inline level, seeing that there's a shift from deli to superfood and production processes needed to be changed. Again, she materializes this insight and closes the commenting process. Charlotte is checking the top-line P&L statement today, so she jumps again to Germany. As you can see, the data filtered the collaborative context. The Germans are doing really good in looking at the contribution margin, but she wanted to know what did result in this good performance. So she asks Christoph Controller, what's possible? How is that possible that they did so good? And can we maybe learn something for other regions here? Christoph Controller looks into the data. We know he's the financial specialist of the group and answers her accordingly to her question. So they invested in new machines for production and therefore could reduce their COGS. And another thing was they renegotiated delivery contracts, which led to better performance within November. Again, Charlotte materializes this insight, comments on it, and makes it visible for anyone who has access and can see the data. Again, just to show you and give you an example, if you filter and you define those filters, if you filter for the data and for the context you want, the collaboration will also filter and is always tied directly to the data. Now, after we took a look at P&L, let's see how collaborative business intelligence can ease up things on the sales side, because we are not restricted to looking at financial data. What you can see on this sheet here is a typical time chart with integrated deltas to previous year in absolute numbers as well in percent. Important for Charlotte is that the forecast in December, like she's looking at the actual data, the forecast data, and she sees that the forecast in December is 23% down compared to the previous year. So she wants to find out why that is happening. First, she checks the different product lines. Looking at drinks, that seems to be performing pretty good. And next, looking at food, and food is 26% down. Now, she wants to know why that is to enhance the data literacy of her report. Again, we have the possibility to integrate from different BI tools, from a standalone version, and Susie Sales, her head of sales, responds directly in real time. So she says shift from deli to superfood, and Charlotte searches for the product group superfood. She doesn't find it. Now, where is this category superfoods? And again, Susie Sales has the answer in her hand. And now there comes an example. I'm going to pull in the KPI CHAT standalone messenger because Susie Sales is not working in a BI environment. She just is using the standalone messenger, filtering for the right data context, jumping to the new message, and is providing Charlotte CFO with the information that the product catalog is in the making, whereas the category will first be available within December. Thank you, Susie, for that information. Let's give her a smiley and start going on with our journey. Again, materializing this insight, being able to format comments, for example, and also having the possibilities to add numbers and link those numbers or annotate them to any data point on the sheet. How great is that, actually? Now, collaborative business intelligence is not only about collaboration and chatting or commenting, but it can also mean and cover high-level planning tasks or even what if and else analysis, directly real-time pushing it to the data. Let's see how we can support Charlotte here. You can see here is an overview of the different customers of Fancy Food. And what Charlotte wants to know, are we up to date within our planning? Is Tandy Corporation actually, is the plan value up to date? So she asks her good friend Peter Planner, who's a great guy, also likes to drink green tea. So they are basically meeting up every once in a while to taste new green tea. And she asks him, is the plan for Tandy Corporation correct? Now, again, he answers in real time directly in the BI system, and she changes the values accordingly to his input. As you can see, the data changes, the data context changes, making it possible to collaborate in real time within your BI and business intelligence environment.